thing we need to also appreciate is before you select the plants, you have to again still look at the plant itself, the health status. If it is highly diseased, if it is diseased, if you see on the leaves that it is diseased, then that plant you should not take, because when you go and plant it in the field, if you plant those stems, the disease is already in the stem and it will instead multiply. So like we discussed about pests and diseases before, still you need to maintain that you don't take a diseased plant. And again, the other thing also, where there are off types, if you missed during the growth period to uproot the off types, as we had indicated, at this level, when you identify the off types, you don't mix again. If a stem is a stem like this one, this is a very good stem, but you need a stem to have at least between 7 to 8 nodes. So you count these nodes. If you have fewer nodes, then you will not get a good crop. Now that one would be the best cutting to plant. And then these other side ones, you see, this one is like young. When it is young, it will dry in the soil. That is one thing. So it will not help you to grow and get a good crop out of it. But secondly, you can see how the nodes are far from each other. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you plant a long one like this, you are going to have a problem within the field of the measurements, because it's going to be long. And then the cassava thing we need to also appreciate is before you select the plants, you have to again still look at the plant itself, the health status. If it is highly diseased, if it is diseased, if you see on the leaves that it is diseased, then that plant you should not take, because when you go and plant it in the field, if you plant those stems, the disease is already in the stem and it will instead multiply. So like we discussed about pests and diseases before, still you need to maintain that you don't take a diseased plant. And again, the other thing also, where there are off types, if you missed during the growth period to uproot the off types, as we had indicated, at this level, when you identify the off types, you don't mix again.
They should not cut you. Let's only have Mama.
So, like we learned, you count between 5 to 8 nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's now what you take as your cutting. And make sure when you cut, so we are going to cut our nodes, our stem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you cut. Can you come and cut? Because I want you to learn properly. When you are cutting, you make sure the cutting knife or blade is sharp, because you don't want it to crack. You want the entire one to be sharp.
A log you can put on.
So now this one, you need a sharp knife. So this one can be red, and this one will surely give you a good crop stand. They are young, and even the spacing of the nodes is very wide. So those ones should not be used. You don't crack it. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah. So this is really a very, very good one. Very good one.
Listen, not.
Washika.
Especially if it is for selling to the market. You first identify where there are cracks on the soil, and that's the direction of the cassava root. So you remove the soil carefully and gently, because if you crack it, if you cut the root, that means it will be susceptible to diseases. Let me say diseases, and then by the time you reach the market, it might be rotten, and also the buyers don't want one.
So it is like sand. Mujipenda ujayo gugu.
Akolatia. You smile like this.
Smile like that.
Don't get him.
Have you kept yours?
Are you recording that?
That's why I was recording.
Cut.
That may be a doctor.
Yes.
Doctor, why don't we just make the whole root plant out?
If someone can and we see
because this side is softer. Yeah. Now, the project we are implementing now is basically building resilience to climate change, and it is funded by the Norwegian Embassy, and it has a number of implementing partners. FAO is the lead implementer, but we have WFP, we have the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. We have the different districts. It is implemented in 2 districts. So we have Kataku District Local Government, and we have Kabera Maido District Local Government. We also have the district farmers associations of the different districts, and we have also another organization called the AFI. So these are, and the World Food Program. So these are the main implementing partners. And basically this project has a number of components, but purposely for this one, we are promoting cassava production and marketing. Why cassava? This area is very, very vulnerable to climate change. Actually, it suffers a lot. It is common to have long dry spells. And as we know, cassava is a crop which grows in soils with marginal fertility and under fluctuating weather conditions. You can really see the soils are very sandy, so it is very difficult for them to store nutrients. So you find that in a number of times the soil fertility is low, and as I've said, the dry spell always hit this entire region, the Teso region. So we came up with cassava, which is also a staple crop for this region. But one thing we know about cassava now, it is the varieties which are now available within the farming communities are highly susceptible to 2 major diseases, the cassava brown streak virus and the African cassava mosaic virus. These ones are significantly leading to a high yield loss, to the extent that currently we have around 4%, I mean 4 tons per hectare, and yet you can get over 20 tons per hectare. That's one thing. Then the other thing is we have a problem of the poor seed system. The seed system we have currently is inefficient because Naro at Namlonge has gone ahead and bred improved varieties, we have one variety called the Narocas 1, and also we have another line which is yet to be released. It is called Yugi 120, 193. These varieties resistant to the diseases, the African cassava mosaic disease and the cassava brown streak virus. However, it has been very difficult because of the inefficient seed system to move the materials from narrow to the farmers. So, and this is because the seed companies are really not interested in investing in the vegetatively propagated materials, just like sweet potatoes, cassava, and the potatoes, what we normally call Irish potatoes. So we find that the farmers who are subsistence have a big problem to access the quality materials. So as the FAO under this project, together with our implementing partners, WFP, we came up with promoting the cassava, and as I've said, it is a staple crop within this community. And then we worked with NARO to ensure that we get the materials which are resistant to these two diseases, which are a very big menace throughout the country. And now, the first thing we did is to work with NARO to train the farmers. But these farmers who were trained, we are training them as seed multipliers. So in every sub-county, we got around 2 farmers. We have altogether in every district, Kaberamaida and Kataku, in each district we have 15 farmers whom we have trained together with the district local government and the implementing partners. All these have been trained by NARO in seed multiplication and agribusiness. So at the end of it, we supported the farmers with the clean materials which we accessed from NARO. And the farmers have now grown the material. This material is now ready for distribution. So the first cutting will be distributed to around 5,000 farmers who are the project beneficiaries. And then subsequently, we believe, because these materials are superior in terms of disease resistance, in terms of early maturity, in terms of resistance to drought, and in terms of the taste, they are really very tasty varieties and they cook faster. We strongly believe that these materials now, the farmers should be able, with the time, to buy these materials from the seed multipliers, and these multipliers are being certified by the Ministry of Agriculture, because it is the mandate of the Ministry to certify the seed farmers. So far, the Ministry has been here a number of times, and all the gardens, they have so far passed the test. We are left with the 2 rounds, and once those rounds are also passed, then the farmers who are seed multipliers will be issued with a certificate, and then these materials will be given to the rest of the farmers who will produce storage routes. In a nutshell, that's what we are doing with the cassava. Thank you. The previous materials generally take a long time. The earliest is 12 months, but these ones, if you are producing the storage route, then around 9 months you can begin harvesting, and then you either sell or you eat. But also to produce the seed, a minimum of 8 months is adequate. Yeah. We so far, as I said, we have this project is in 2 districts. That is Kaberamaido and Katakwi. We have a sister project which is funded by the Netherlands Embassy, where we are in central Uganda, and for them they are actually in advanced stages. The farmers have already benefited from this project. We supported 108 acres in Nakaseke, Nakasongola and Ruwelo, and over 7,000 farmers are accessing this material. And this season right now, as I talk, they are planting the materials.
Would you pen out Jayo Gugu? Hey.
Utuko